Marina, and welcome to Motivation Monday, Getley's Job Seeker series. I'm Colleen Getley, and today we're addressing your online presence. If you joined us last week, we had Gemma Richardson from Seek with us for Seek Week. She took us through getting the most out of our Seek candidate profiles. If you missed it, you can view the video on our website, Getley's webinar series. We talked about making your profile on Seek's candidate platform available to access and view by employers, and to make sure your profile is up to date. Or if you have a few profiles uploaded there, make sure the one that's available to your employers is the one that you want to be seen online. So that got me thinking about how we as recruiters identify and then sift through candidates to get to our top picks. I had an ask around my colleagues and clients last week, and 80% of them said yes, they do look at the CV, but they look at the cover letter first. Now, there's a reason why I'm addressing this before we go on to the online presence, because the cover letter is critical. If it says nothing about addressing the employer's initial questions of who you are, what you are, why you have applied, and why you should I look at you further, it's going to be a fail. So cover letters should be 1 page in length, 250 to 400 words long. Too short and your cover letter will seem generic and lacking in effort, and too long and you lose attention. So it should start with a good topic sentence and close with an attention-grabbing final thought, a call to action. We call this the AIDA principle: attention, interest, detail, and action. If your cover letter has grabbed attention, then the recruiter is going to have a look at your CV. Now, those in advertising will understand when I say that it's similar to a banner on a website. They call that gold in terms of online real estate. Your cover letter is your initial gold real estate before a CV is looked at. I can talk more on cover letters and CVs now, but we're talking about online presence. So if you'd like to know more about that, download the podcast, or you can go onto our website and have a look at the past webinar that I did on cover letters and CVs. So let's get back to, if the CV still grabbed their attention, then they will have then clicked on the LinkedIn profile or the InDesign, their personal profile, or maybe taken a peek at your Facebook or other social media. All have to grab, all have to align, and all will actually make or break your application. You will be surprised with AI technology on recruitment platforms that your online presence is populated as soon as you send your CV in. Often, even if it hasn't, if you haven't put in any links in your CV. Have a look at this. This is what it looks like from our end when an application comes in. You can see there's 3 documents in there. There's a resume there, and there's personal profiles that have been populated by the clever AI who has found them for us. So your social profile is just a click away. I wonder if you're happy about that. Have you looked at what your social profile looks like? Google your own name and have a look what the AI picks up there. So before you send in an application, take a step back and have a look at your online brand. We all have an online brand, whether you know it or not. One of the best pieces of advice is Brand yourself before others do. So, is your online brand working for you or against you? Your online brand should be aligned on all your social platforms, and they should sell the you that you want to be seen out there. So if you think of yourself as a business, think of yourself as something you are looking to buy. Would you buy you? Understanding your brand, career coaches will call this the most important part of the journey. Your personal brand is what makes you unique and what makes you stand out from the crowd. It is never more important than when you're on the job hunt for you to know who you are, and what your unique selling proposition is. What you are looking for and why. Why choose you? Who you are? Who am I? What am I good at? What makes me credible? You are a unique combination of skills, experience, and personality, and that's what you want the world to see. Make sure the world is seeing the you that you want them to see. Now, you need to get that message out to your target audience. Those that are recruiting and looking for you amongst the hundreds of other applicants out there, does your CV say the same thing as your Seek profile, your Glassdoor profile, your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter, your personal website, your Instagram? What does your social media footprint look like? Now let's look at the LinkedIn. Remember, I talked about having a look at the CV. Your CV sparked interest. Now the recruiters has clicked on your LinkedIn profile. What does it look like? If you haven't looked at it for a while, you not only should, you must. The difference between a CV application and LinkedIn is that an application is static. You send it in and it's gone, it's in. You can follow up with a phone call or email or whatever, but what you presented there, you can't change. I mentioned earlier that any advertising professional will tell you that the banner of a website is termed prime real estate. Prime real estate. It is gold. So treat your online presence as your personal branded website. Your LinkedIn bio, your Facebook intro, your Instagram, your design website, your Seek profile, your Glassdoor profile, your industry-related website profile, anywhere that you're on online, those first few words and visuals are your grab lines. Your call to action. Do they all align? Are they saying the same thing about you? Remember, attention. You have 7 to 8 seconds to grab attention. And in writing, no more than 250 to 400 words max. That's your bio, and that's the about part in your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is dynamic. It can really work for you. And it not only shows who you are, you can work it. The more you're active on it, the more connections you get and the more opportunities are out there for you. Let me assure you, recruiters use LinkedIn a lot. Your LinkedIn essentials are, is it up to date? Recruiters are looking for where you are now and what you can do now, not what you did 10 years ago, albeit that's of interest. It's the now that we're interested in most. So let's assume, for example, that you're looking for a business analyst role and you're not working as a business analyst at the moment. Make sure that those words are in there as keywords in your LinkedIn profile, because when we are looking for candidates for a role, we will put in keywords in that search engine area. So if the words aligned to what you are wanting to be recruited into aren't in there, your LinkedIn profile will not show up. Make sure your dates, roles, and titles align with those on your CV. If you have a gap, that's okay, by the way. Everyone has a gap. Put in the real reason. Recruiters also sometimes only look at your LinkedIn. They may skip the CV completely. So a well-branded LinkedIn profile is critical, and a well-constructed and up-to-date LinkedIn profile that identifies the detail of who you are, what you do, what you can do, and your availability. You should be showing samples of your work. You should be joining industry groups, and it should show the groups that you belong to. And don't be afraid for it to show your personality. Put some posts up there that show that you're a real person. You're not just a static individual. You're real. Like what others are doing. Follow those who are in your industry or profession. And follow companies that align to who you are and your values. Make comments on their posts. Collaborate. As LinkedIn Learning will tell you, it is 80% about engaging, conversing, and commenting with others and about opportunities, about companies, about situations, and 20% about your own self-promotion. The more contacts you have in the industries you are interested in, the more opportunities will come your way. And also make it easy to get hold of you. How to get hold of you. Check that contact info section and make sure that you've unchecked the real privacy settings. If you want to be contacted, make it easy for us to do so. If you don't want to be contacted, that's fine. Maybe you're not looking for a job. If you'd like to find out more about your online presence and how we can help you align your CV and your social media, please contact us, inquiries@Getly or colleen@getly.co.nz. That's it for now. That's it for today. I look forward to you joining me next week for our Monday Motivation series for our job seekers. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found that helpful. Ka kite.